Jacqueline May, and I'm going to do a video on how to deal with a horse that's off the track or worked up, or in case a horse gets loose at the track. So this is by off the track. He's kind of dead, not gonna lie. So this video is gonna be interesting. So I got him when he was 6. He was crazy then. He's now, because of the training I put into him and because of working with him and dealing with his crazy, he's now gotten to the point where he knows I don't care if he's crazy. So one of my first things I'm going to talk about are track rules. When you're at a racetrack, what not to do. So he's not very energetic today, which I guess my training did pay off with him. But one of the things that's common sense to horse people and trainers, from me being a young girl, with Sheena Wenzel was my neighbor. She always taught me never, when horses are running at you, yes, when you're in a pasture, to wave your hands and get big, but when they're on a racetrack, don't do that. A horse will run you over. They don't care, they'll run you over. If they're loose, let people who know what they're doing handle these creatures. If you're on a horse and you're doing like a group trail ride, so for a group trail ride, you won't get an OTTB most likely. You'll probably get like a quarter horse or a more laid back horse that isn't energetic and crazy. I know he doesn't seem like he's crazy. This took me 2 years of working with this horse consistently, 6 days a week for 3 hours to get him to be at this point where it took a lot of training. Jennifer, who was my first trainer for eventing, she helped me a lot with him. We did a lot of groundwork, and that is one of the main things for the thoroughbreds who are more high-strung to do. And then I also had another trainer who was in Pony Club named Deanna Miller. She also helped me with groundwork and my riding with OTTBs. So things that Jennifer and Deanna have taught me for when you're on this group trail ride is when your horse starts getting prancy and like kind of side jigging and you think he's dancing, he's not. He's about to take off with you. Now this is a big one, okay? I would show you on his back, but we could just do it here. Don't do this at home. Okay, so say you're on the horse's back, right here. Say you have, these are called reins. You have these reins in your hand, and your horse is doing the side jig, okay? Getting ready to take off with you home. And you don't know what to do, and you're freaking out, okay? So when your horse is doing the side jig, we are going to bring this horse's head all the way back. You have to wait for him to stop. This is part of our groundwork. All the way back, and his nose will touch your knee when you're sitting. It will touch here. And then you're gonna do that to the other side too. This is also not only good to get the horse to stop, but it also is good for stretching. So it also helps your horse stretch throughout his whole body. Over. So those are one of the things too. And then there's one more. So say you have both reins and your horse, this is an old school way. I wouldn't recommend doing it. That was called the one rein stop. I would recommend pulling the rein back to your hip before doing this one, because this one's a very old school way and I'm not so sure it works. I've always done the one rein stop. So your horse is jigging and he's about to take off, or he's starting to take off. You can cross your arms with both reins and sit on your bum and lean back, which I wouldn't do that with an off the track or track horse. Topic will be if you're already a rider and you just got your first OTTB. So, say you're at your first horse show and he's freaking out. Now this horse, I know he doesn't look like it. We've gotten kicked out of a show ring for being an endangerment to myself and to others. Because he'll just rear up. He'll like do half rear up takeoffs things, and then he'll just start bucking and kicking out. Well, freaking out and doing the jig. And it was not a coup dressage technique, it was him freaking out. So some things you can do are, when you're on the horse's back and you're holding the reins, is you can just do figure eights to get their mind thinking. And definitely do not keep tension on the reins, because that will put them in a box and that'll box their energy, and then they might actually take off with you. That's another thing. If you're in a group, don't keep them boxed in, because that will box their energy, and then that just makes them want to take off even more. So you want to definitely have contact with the reins, and I know I'm using big horse terms, but having pressure on the reins, but not enough pressure where it's pulling, if that makes sense. So you just want to have, now he's not going to listen because this is his halter, but you just want to have some form of connection through here with him. But you don't want to keep him boxed up like this. You want to just have, you just want to feel him a little bit with that. And you want, going back to like he's freaking out horse show, figure eights, circles. They're called, so circles that you reel him into a 10-meter circle, 15-meter, 20-meter, spiraling circles are what they're called. That will also get him moving throughout his whole body, get him bent, making sure his ribs are flexing. Amelia and Ryan are the two YouTubers that also got more information about what to do within off track when you're riding them in the ring or on trails. To help horses too. So I hope that helped you guys, and I hope if you ever encounter an off the track or a thoroughbred that is on the track that is running away, don't ever jump out in front of them like this. He doesn't care about you. He's going to run you over, and you're going to get injured, and you're going to have to go to the hospital. So don't do that, okay? Just let people who know what they're doing handle them, because you will get hurt. And thank you, and hopefully that helps you guys with dealing with horses a little bit.